Hello, beautiful Aquarius, and welcome to this, your self-love reading for the month of September. All right, we're going to pull a card from the Sacred Rebels Tarot and find out what this reading's focus is for Aquarius. What is Aquarius? These cards are really sticky right now. That's funny. They weren't sticky for the other two readings I did this evening for my air signs. So what's going on? What's going on for Aquarius? Nope. It's like sticky. What is? Okay, there we go. That's why. This is the card. This is the one. Oh, beautiful. So Aquarius, focus on the light. So what I'm picking up here is that it's been challenging, that you've been looking deeply inward, and that it's been a little bit dark night of the soul. So you are being guided to focus on the light. And I mean, this is beautiful. This reminds me of some sunflowers that I just drove by today, and I was like, I should take a photo of those. And I think I will stop and take a photo of them tomorrow when I drive by them again. So just reaching in. I mean, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's almost like she is looking into, looks like an eyeball a little bit, and reaching into the sunflower and pulling forth that light, or the sunflower is leaning in towards the light that is in her hands. So it's kind of both. All right, let's check in with the Sun and Moon Tarot. And this is we're going to ask the Sun and Moon Tarot to talk to us about your shadow side, the work that you are currently doing. It's kind of like internal work, things that are a bit of a struggle. So let's find out what is going on with Aquarius. What is this dark night of the soul? It doesn't even say that here. Let's focus on the light. Focus on the light. What is this focus on the light card about? What is Aquarius working on their shadow side? Okay, there is a lot. You are working, number one, on your happiness. And this is the Nine of Cups. Right behind it, and I'm pulling only one, is the Sun card. So, and I love this card specifically. I mean, you've got sunflowers here again. Not uncommon, imagery in this deck. However, they are walking along the top of a field of sunflowers. So that seems very specific. I mean, very, what do you call it? Not a coincidence, but it's a confirmation is what I'm picking up here. Anyway, this card popped out and was right behind the Nine of Cups. And those are because there's there's like half the deck right here, but those are the two cards that I'm pulling from that. And then you also have the Queen of Wands here, and she wanted to pop out as well. So this could be a person in your life, or this could be the energy that you feel that you are in, or that you are trying to avoid, or that is being blocked. Oh, okay, so I put this card back, but apparently the deck was saying, nope, that card got to come out too. So when it comes to and I'll read these in a second. I'm just trying to get all the cards out to start with. Are there any cards, any other shadow work that you'd like us to talk about for Aquarius? Any other shadow work that you'd like to talk about? One more. Nope. Okay. All right. So, first cards to pop out were And it's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it seems odd that these cards pop out on your shadow side. But this is the work that you are doing. This is your inner work, is also how I see this side of this position in the reading. And what you have are the Nine of Cups. And so you are working on your happiness. You're working on being playful. You are doing things by the light of the moon, though, a little bit, is what I'm picking up with this card. And you are trying to identify what it is that makes you happy, is what I am getting. And also, the sunflower imagery. You have the sun card here. The sun looks like a sunflower, and then you have all of these sunflower faces that are, facing up. And then also you have these two people holding hands and running, skipping, fluttering. I mean, they're like butterflies. They've got butterfly wings, hand in hand across the top of these sunflowers. I mean, you are trying to find your happiness within, your emotional stability. You are trying to identify these cups of love. I mean, Nine of Cups. Cups always represent love in the tarot, but you are trying to figure out what those are, because this is going to lead you to your ability to have a loving relationship that is fully, I mean, the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck, right? So this is very much about sort of a progression from happiness with self to being able to then share that happiness with an equal and be the most happy that you possibly can be for a lifetime. Now, the reason I bring up lifetime is because the Sun card is also Major Arcana, which means that particular energy that you are trying to work with or trying to bring forth is something that you've been working on for over a lifetime, or it could be multiple lifetimes. So it's kind of an internal struggle or dialogue or focus for you. So now the Seven of Pentacles was right behind the Sun card, and this is you feeling like a failure. You are feeling as though, I mean, in this image, I really love this particular image because she is drawing these circles in the sand. It's almost like she is drawing her own maze, but unfortunately is not able to, with circles, they are lines, yes, but they are connected. There's no way out, right? So, yeah. And I think this comes from a very close scrutiny, and being stuck in that kind of scrupulous and scrutinous energy about your life and how far you've come, where you are, and that can lead us into this energy of the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting, is that you're really feeling stuck in that energy. I also have the Queen of Wands. Like I said, this could be you. or this, and or could be both you and another person, or it could be a person in your life. What I am picking up is that this is you. You have this intense passion. You have a command and control of it. However, it's being blocked. It is definitely stuck. It is feeling like it's feeling disconnected from the rest of what you are trying to accomplish. The other thing I'm picking up about this particular card is that, I mean, it's really interesting that the Queen of Wands is set against a darkened sky. There is no sun here. And so, you know, for you to be in this Queen of Wands energy when you are, you are wanting to be in the sun energy, unfortunately, you know, you feel as though your only option with this energy is for it to be kind of a dark, passionate energy. And I think you're trying to perhaps reconcile how to bring it into the light, is kind of what I'm picking up there. It's certainly, okay, so, sorry, I'm checking in now with the Smith-Waite tarot deck, and this is going to be the light side. And here we are looking at, we're asking the cards for guidance, number one, and then also energies that can help to help you to move past the situation, this darkness that I'm picking up, that I'm sensing that you are feeling, and then also possible, you know, outcomes. So let's find out first, though, wow, where do I begin? So focus on the light. How is it, what is the best thing that Aquarius can do to help them move past this darkness, and to bring their passion into the light? What energies or what guidance do you have for them? Ooh, nice. You have the Judgment card, and then you also have the 7. Okay, you have the 7 of Pentacles once again. Okay, so we'll talk about that in just a second. These popped out together, so I will read those together, as them wanting to give advice specifically about that aspect of things. Ooh, Strength card came out as well. That, because you have, you know, the 7 of Pentacles twice here now. All right, what energy would be good to be in? What energy would Aquarius do well to emulate to help them move through the darkness and into the sun? Oh, okay. That's a great energy. All right. So let's talk about these 2 cards first. So, you have the Judgment card, another major arcana card. And what the universe is doing is, Spirit is very directly calling you to your higher self. Okay? For you to move past this 7 of Pentacles energy. So 7 of Pentacles on your shadow side, you know, was representing this failure, this sense of failure in your life. But 7 of Pentacles in this, on the light side, in this deck, I always see this as, yes, this person is scrutinizing the work that they've done, and looking, checking on basically the fruits of their labor, right? Checking to see what the harvest will look like. So, to me, this is a very abundant, harvest. There's certainly plenty, to be reaped from the hard work that they did when they were sowing the seeds for this, this, what do you call it? When they first sowed the seeds, when they first did the work, they, didn't know what to expect. They had hopes and dreams, yes, but you can really get stuck in the scrutinizing, especially if you're comparing it. But, to me, it's all, there's another way to look at this. There's a way to look at it as, admiring, just admiring the fruits of your labor, taking a step back, taking a break, and, enjoying watching the corn grow. Okay, sorry, that just popped into my head. But it is that. It's about taking a moment and, not getting up in your head about it, but just appreciating the moment and having that feeling of peace and, gratitude for a job well done. It's like when you finish something, he's not finished, but he is taking a moment, and, looking at, even if he didn't do anything else, that this is a good space for him to be in. And the Judgment card is, like I said, the universe is saying pretty much directly, you have the angel here calling to these souls, to return to their higher self. In this case, it's return to source, right? But the Judgment card is always about the universe knocking, or just like tapping on your shoulder and saying, hey, remember who you are. Remember that you are a part of something greater. And that's kind of, where you're at with this focusing on the light card here. It really is about remembering, like your soul remembering, and you just acknowledging it, remembering who you are, and that's the most important thing, especially right now during this time, rather than looking at your external, abundance, like the material world, for that validation. You have to look inside, and it certainly does take a lot of strength. So you have another major arcana card. And I mention this because, you have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. That's, it's not quite half, but it is significant in that these are things that you are thinking about have been thinking about over your lifetime, not just this week or yesterday, or, you know what I mean? So, in this card, you see this maiden who is able to tame this lion just with a very gentle touch. And so you are being guided, by the universe in that sense, with a gentle touch. But also being guided to emulate this, right? To remember that your strength lies within you, and that it does not take, when we talk about strength, we're not talking about brute strength. It doesn't take brute strength to be able to accomplish and overcome some of the difficulties that you may be experiencing, especially when it comes to the situation where, you could have been so overly focused on material happiness that you didn't recognize that you do have an abundance in your life, right? So the energy that they recommend, the cards are recommending for you to be in, that can help you move past the kind of darkness, and to now focus going forward on the light, is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands has to do with, this is like the wounded warrior. He's just returned from battle. He's collected all these wands, and he is using them to create a barrier. So it's a little bit about setting healthy boundaries, and it's a little bit about, like sort of cutting or setting a boundary, I guess, between what's in your past, so that you can, move safely forward into your future. So, I mean, fascinating here that that you are, looking for your happiness. And the other thing I just wanted to point out is that it's interesting to me that this Wands card popped out opposite the only other Wands card in the reading, which was the Queen of Wands. And so I am really feeling like I need to take a look at these two cards together. So, you have been feeling like you're in this Queen of Wands energy, which is, very passionate energy. And the cards are recommending that you emulate this Nine of Wands energy. For one thing, this is daylight. You can see everything. And for another, you've just returned from battle. The Queen of Wands is always ready for battle. And in fact, she has her wand, it's on fire and it's raised over her head. And she is ready to do battle. But they're saying, no, now's not the time to do battle. Now is the time to reflect on battles of the past, set up those healthy boundaries, and create some distance between your past, those past battles, so that you have the space to move forward with your life and the things that are passionate, or that you feel passionate about, I should say. All right, let's pull. Ooh, spider spirit. Let's pull your spirit animal, and for a little bit of guidance, and this is a really great one. Spider spirit says, make your dreams real. So this is about manifesting. It's about manifestation. It's about bringing whatever it is that you dream, whatever goal it is that you have, bringing it forth, bringing it into the world to support you in being successful, and to support you as well in finding that amazing and beautiful happiness of the soul, happiness in relationship, just happiness in life. So, wow, beautiful. Thank you so much, Aquarius. This is a lovely reading. I hope that it resonates with you, and I hope to see you again next week when we do your love readings. All right, light and love to you. Good night.